Here we go.
And we're ready.
Let's do it.
All right, cool. So let's start with just some of the basics, right? So let's pretend like no one knows you. What's your name? What's your role? Where are you from? What's your background? Let's start with just name and role.
All right. I'm Josh York. I am the founder of York Project. I'm from Livonia, Michigan. I started when I was a 19-year-old at community college, and I ultimately transferred to Michigan State. That's where I met most of the team, and that's where it really kind of started to pick up some legs and get rolling. York Project is a clothing brand based in Detroit. Everything we sell, we make a one-for-one donation to the homeless in Detroit. We partner with a lot of organizations in the city. We provide items that often get overlooked, so toilet paper, socks, bottled water, items that people don't think to donate often, but yet there's actually a huge need for because people on the streets go through them each and every day. I've been making clothes since I was a young kid. I saw my cousin's band play a show when I was really, really young, and they had these t-shirts that they spray painted and airbrushed, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever, and I wanted to figure out how I could make those. And my mom and I used to make iron-on t-shirts, and I would take them to middle school and sell them in the halls, and that's always been something that excited me. And then into college, that kind of translated to me being in a band and wanting to make t-shirts for my band, and so I bought a screen printing press and taught myself how to screen print, watched a lot of YouTube videos, and then I was actually working at a hardware store where they were selling these beanies for $1 a piece, and the people that came to the hardware store tended to be older people and weren't buying these colorful beanies, but I saw that that was an opportunity to sell those beanies to my friends because they were really popular at the mall with 18 to 20-year-old kids. They were selling for 25 bucks, and I thought I can buy this for $1 and sell it, and why don't I do something good with it? I'll use it as a means to give back to organizations in need and people in need in the community. So that was where the outreach thing kind of happened. We spent the first 4.5 years running York Project out of my parents' basement. Then it was my dorm or my bedroom in college. It never kind of had a permanent home, as well as it was just very constrained, and we could only get so big running out of someone's basement or bedroom. And so moving to Pony Ride was great in that we had the space to really expand. We also could hire people that could come work there. Like, I wasn't gonna hire 10 people like we have on the team now to come work in my parents' basement at 10 p.m. That's not a thing. So it gave us a good central location to move to, and it really allowed us to not only grow the team, but it makes people take us more seriously too, as we're working with some of the partners that we have. We're a real business. We have a physical address. We're in Detroit. We're here. It really kind of plays along with our story really well, and it allowed us to take some of those steps and grow and have the year that we've had.
My cousin Josh York started the business in 2012, and I've kind of just kept up to date with everything going on. I started off just going to donations every month on Saturday mornings, and then about 1.5 years ago, I was added to the team for work at 12 Oaks. He needed a filler, so I joined then.
Steven is my younger cousin. We've known each other since we were super, super young, and I didn't actually have any clue that he wanted to be in this business. He's come to donations since the beginning, and that was kind of the relationship with it. And I found out as I was about to quit my job that Steven actually was really passionate about fashion and was a really actually good fit, and so we kind of looped him in, and Steven's been the reason that we've had the year we've had.
Josh and I were very close friends in college, and I just started helping out here and there, and before I knew it, I was a member of the team. It was very organic. Just one day, I was going to donations. The next, Josh was calling me asking for advice, and then before I knew it, I was coming to meetings and sewing, everything in between.
Slub's been one of my best friends from Michigan State for the past 5 or 6 years. We met right my first couple months going to Michigan State, and from the beginning I kind of knew he was a super bright guy. Just very, very good business sense, very just good life sense. He really is a good guy to have around, whether it's business or just in life. Slub is it's exciting that Slub's back in town here. Him and I were always pursuing all the big jobs out of college, and never knew where he was going to end up, and now he's back in Detroit and he's able to be part of the team. It's awesome to have him around, both personally and a partner in the business.
I met Josh back in November of 2017 through a professor at Michigan State. We then got to talking and we thought we had very complementary skills. I got to meet the rest of the team and saw that there was a lot of very intelligent and, kind people on the team. It was just a good fit, and I think that the team, as well as making an impact on the community around me, was the largest reasons to join.
Hugh is a guy from Michigan State who was working on his own startup, and one of the professors there actually connected us. A mutual friend of ours, he's a teacher at Michigan State, Ken Samuziak, suggested that Hugh and I meet because we would probably get along well and we have complementary skill sets. And I couldn't put that in any better way, that Hugh and I get along very, very well. We're very similar, but we have literally the exact opposite skill sets. And it's really good to have someone like Hugh, because everyone's got their own unique skill set, and a lot of people, just based off of what we're doing and the success we've had, a lot of people want to be part of it. We have to give people a shot and really let people excel at what they're good at, because I in no way can do everything, and I shouldn't be doing everything. There's people that are way more talented than me, and most of our team is way more talented than I am at what they do.
I walked into a Shinola store downtown. It was the one near campus, and they had a little corner in there, and I was just waiting for some takeout food to get ready next door, and I just signed up for their mailing list, and later in the summer they were hiring. A lot of our teachers at school told us, well, maybe Detroit isn't the best place for fashion, but there is really a lot coming up down here, and I think there's no reason to move to California or New York. There's a lot going on around here that we could definitely work on, and I would rather stay close to home and close to family, so this was a really good opportunity.
Christina's great to have on the team, not just that she's a great seamstress, but she really understands the construction of things. She understands how a pattern's made, how a garment comes together, and I think she's going to have a ton to add as we move forward, and we're not just doing a t-shirt and a sweatshirt. We're pretty basic right now, but we're going to continue to grow and expand, and Christina is going to be the person that's really going to carry that forward and really be kind of the design sense and the technical knowledge that none of us have. We're all YouTube trained sewers and makers, and Christina knows her stuff and is very good at that.
I was homeless at one point in time, and I am actually currently employed at the Empowerment Plan, so I learned all my basic sewing skills from the Empowerment Plan. Being in Pony Ride, the Empowerment Plan was here as well. I kind of seen them kind of walking around, and a mutual friend of Josh and mine had reached out to me and stated they had needed some part-time help, and Josh had gave me a call, and I said, yeah, I'll come.
Jessica is a great person to have around because she also is not only just a great seamstress, but she's worked in a production setting. She knows how that should work. She's a great manager as well. She knows how to work with team members and how to talk with everyone and keep everyone engaged. And she really brings a lot to not just the production floor, but also just the team attitude and everything around that.
So I'll be watching Gary Vee videos to see how to get different clients, and one of his big things was just DM 100 people a day. I wasn't DMing 100 people a day. I was DMing about probably 10 people a day, and I was just in my DM searching different hashtags and different things. So I knew I either wanted to do clothing or food. And luckily, on my second day, I found your project, and I was hesitant to DM them because I was my page doesn't look professional. I'm not all this. I'm not that. And I was just forget about all that. Just do it. If they like you, they like you. So I had hit up Josh about a documentary series, and he completely ignored that. He said, hey, it would be cool if you come in and do this video at Pony Ride, moving to a new building in Detroit. We're moving out the mall, and I just said, yeah, it didn't hurt my feelings that he ignored me. But I took it, and we're here now doing a little documentary, so everything worked out.
Clark is a hustler that reached out early this year and just was looking to meet us and do some work together. And he actually was trying to do some stuff for his own channel, and I asked if he could help us out, and he lended a hand, and it turned out super, super amazing. And we're not going to find anyone better at content creation than Clark. You're not going to find anyone who's got better ideas than Clark. He's the creative guy, more so than any of us, and it's good to have someone like that around, and we wanted to find a way to get him more involved, and he wanted to get more involved, so it just really worked out well. We wouldn't be anywhere we are without Bell. He handles all of our fabric production and sourcing and getting everything where we need to be. there's enough there's enough for me to worry about in our team here to get everything going, but Bell makes it so we don't have to worry about where our raw materials are going to be. They're always there where we need to be. Any issues, he takes care of everything. And he's become a great friend of mine, but he's a good guy to have around. Even though he's not physically here, he's a huge part of the team. Will's always kind of seen the big picture. Him and I used to get in arguments when we first met over the summer. I'd be like, Will, why isn't this advertising working? Why aren't our our leads? Why is nothing coming of this? And he would just say, be patient. Like it takes time to build a brand. And I never really saw that, and I was impatient. And Will's always kind of been a step ahead and really seeing the big picture, and has a good business sense on his head enough to, go for the long-term move. And now 2 years later, already that's starting to pay off. And I still see times where I don't see the big picture, but I think Will's got the head to really kind of recognize the situation and figure that out, and just keep us moving in the right direction. I think it's most definitely the group that can live out the mission. We've had a lot of people be part of it, little bits and pieces here and there, but there's no one I know that is better at each of the individual roles that everyone plays here. Not just through work experience, but just everyone kind of fits together very well personally as well. And I think that's a pretty rare thing that we have here. The thing that excites me most about what we have coming up is, I love making product, and I love continuing to grow the business in terms of sales. But the thing that excites me the most is the people that we've been able to hire and the people that are on the team. I've met some of my best friends through the business, and everyone that we've added this year brings their own little unique dynamic to the team, and I'm really excited to just continue to grow that and create more jobs in the community, and then continue to be able to give with these new friends that we've made. If we can get everyone continuing to move in the same direction, I think it's going to be really exciting to see where things go.